What's up, YouTube? We're back at TG FAB, and today we're going to be doing a brand new series, the first series actually. I don't know why I said brand new. And don't have a name for it yet, but basically we're going to be showcasing certain decks or ideas. So what the premise of the show will be is, for example, today we are going to be showcasing UZURI. UZURI will be the main focus of today's video. And we're going to be testing an idea like how good it feels into the new meta. Obviously, this is post-Worlds, post the Realm Rumble Invitational. And now that we've seen the reaction from that, Nate has a specific build that he's testing out into the new meta. And we're going to see how it works. And obviously, this will be like a gauntlet kind of thing. So today we'll be seeing this deck. Next episode, you might see like a Prism deck, for example, testing that, something like that out. But it's not to say we're just going to be seeing these off-meta strategies. There might be an episode where we just say, okay, what's the best deck in the format? Like, insert whatever deck you think it is, and we're just going to test that against like a lot of the other powerful decks and just see if that reigns true. Obviously, for those who've watched decks like Versus Live for Magic, whenever they did it on the SCG, it'll be kind of a similar style to that. So if you guys watch that, you guys kind of understand the premise of what we're doing here. So Nate, you're the main focus today. So talk to us about UZURI and maybe some of the tech options that you have today.
Perfect. I play UZURI as a main. One of the main reasons I do is because she can seem to tech into different metas. It's a little unsettled right now, but it is also a good value deck, and so you can kind of play into a wider field as well. For this matchup, you don't know kind of what dash generally is going for. It could be a very boost dash. It could be kind of more of a pistol plan. However, I think you side into it according to what could be your worst enemy. But this deck is mainly, it's based on a dodge deck. It's trying to push a lot of damage. And so in this matchup, I like to run Snapdragon Scalers mainly because you don't know if you're going to hit or not. There's too many reacts, and so black text, you may not ever get that trigger off, and so it becomes a one block. Some interesting things, we're working on a one of Codex of Blood Rots. It pushes some damage, it can get some tempo back, getting you a key card in Arsenal, as well as it can disrupt their hand by preventing them from blocking at times. And in conjunction with these two cards, running the 3 Command and Conquers, but then trying out running 3 Reek Havocs, and then 3 blue backstabs, 3 red backstabs, in order to kind of limit the value on the D reaction and push some damage through. Codex of Blood Rots can also kind of combine with that. Some players may want to arsenal the D react from hand. In the case of a Codex, maybe expecting isolate, so maybe you can catch them off guard there. All the go again that you can get to try to get them to take the irrelevant non-on-hit damage in preparation for the more disruptive effects. And then the race face into a mechanologist meta seems to be good. It eliminates some of the boosting. But again, if they're running pistol, it may not have that big of an effect, but there are some boost cards, especially like T-Bone.
If you remember, this needs to target a mechanologist pistol actually.
Yep.
So it actually does even hurt pistol dash as well.
Correct. Perfect. That is some good knowledge. I didn't know. Cool.
Don't worry not. But kind of going into Dash right now, obviously I will tell you guys a few things. Obviously this is a more older version of Dash. This doesn't have any of the Bright Lights cards in there. However, they just it's kind of like what this deck is, but just a new coat of paint, like a slightly upgrade on the sides of the new Dash. Like I don't think we lose a lot of points without the upgrades. Obviously I am still running the adaptive plating though. I'm still currently undecided in hybrid Dash if I'd rather have the Evo arm piece or the adaptive plating. Because we're on 3 induction chambers, I actually kind of like the adaptive plating because the third one is kind of like overkill. It's not 1000% necessary. As far as like my tech cards that are important to me in this matchup, we're starting moving for a very, very slow paced game. We're running the reinforce the lines. We're running unmovable. We're running 2 purifiers because since Oldham's gone, we don't really need the third one. And we're running 2 sink below. Now we actually did play a game off camera. Wasn't supposed to be off camera. but apparently the recording decided to not happen. But it was actually a very, very grindy game where he was up by almost 20 life, and through just pure attrition and pure value, we got the game till it was like what 4-1, 4-2, and you just nearly got there. I think how the board state might have been, he might have been favored to win still, but it was just a pure fact that the value that this deck has, it can come back from 20 plus life point leads. It happened during the Bravo and like Oldham stuff, like where they're ahead of you. It's kind of like playing Illusions. You're going behind because you're trying to create a board state, but once you have your board state, you can just go. You can just start sending it every turn. One other positive thing I like about Bash in this meta is her fridge. She has 3 block on her chest piece, 3 block on her arm piece, 2 block on her head piece, and she has an additional action point in the legs. And once her pistol plan is online, we can swing up to 12 a turn without losing any card, which is a very powerful thing. However, into UZURI, as we find out with, obviously we've played Dash into UZURI before, like at locals, and it's one of the most frightening matchups because all UZURI is trying to do is knock you off balance and always make you wrong. And with a deck like a mid version of Dash, you have to play correctly every time. There's not a lot of turns where you can be wrong before the game is kind of just lost. Like I kind of have to predict what you're going to have. I don't know what type of reactions you're on, so you're going to have to see me play as tight as possible. Now, one last thing for the recording, just for the people in the audience or the people here today. Fortunately, this was the best time for us to record this, so if you hear some background noise, I do apologize, but for future recordings, that should be taken care of. All right, Nate's already won the die roll off camera. He 100% cheated, I promise. And unfortunately, he wants to go first. He won't let me just establish an item and tell him go. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start. I'll offer you a cut. I, however, will cut you though. I'm here to win.
Every game I don't cheat, the camera erases it. So.
All right, good luck, man.
Good luck, thank you.
So this is an upkeep spell. I'm gonna spend 1 on him.
All right, cynic there.
So he still has the +2 strength and immunity to fire. 2 dynamotors.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because every year we have a gift exchange.
Pitch. Swing the nerve scalpel.
Nerve scalpel. Man, how awkward would it be if my hand installed this? How awkward would that be? It would be pretty awkward, wouldn't it? I unfortunately have to say no blocks. I'm in physical pain.
Kermit, by the way, when's your annual Christmas party, bud?
Oh, I did have a couple clutch movables in our game. So I want to keep blues in my deck, but in this spot I don't mind getting rid of this blue here just to be able to block well on the next on his actual attack. So we will
probably
block there.
Yep. And then see that's Arsenal.
Alright, so we end up getting away with murder there. Only have to block with 1 card, only taking 1. Obviously, that's probably telling that he probably has double red in hand, and that might be a 2 cost. Or it could be 2 reactions in theory. There's obviously still a lot of possibilities, but obviously I am thankful that I am alive. That could have been a really bad omen for me. I'm going to start off, I'm going to start off with putting counters on my pistols, and we'll always start off with the pistol shot. The pistol shot's usually free. They don't know if they should. They don't know if they should block it yet. So we do gain a little bit of edge there.
You're like, play it again. I actually wouldn't mind playing it again. Everybody else is like, come on, man, come on, people. What is this? Okay,
all right, reactions will be William. All right, that's a pretty positive thing for us. We will put a counter back on our pistol, and we'll put a counter on this pistol. Sorry, I had one floating. I needed to pitch. And then we're going to play a 1-of in our version of the deck, and we're going to play a Tuck-of-War. What this allows us to do is that, if we have to block out, we still have 2 resources to pistol, all stuff, so I am prepared to be able to block. This is one of the beauty things I preach a lot, is being able to have cards like this actually allow you to actually have a high life total because you need less resources on your actual turn. So, with that, I'm going to move into that.
That's good.
Alright, and that has DOS counters. Oh, here we're using the marbles. Marble it.
The roll.
Alright.
Things like
Yes.
wild animals and the cats keep it
Pearl,
That makes sense to me.
loose. That's when he goes crazy. Yeah.
Obviously, again, I did say how we are actually able to block a little bit more effectively. But this is a little bit of a mix-up here where I kind of don't know what's coming next. And I might have to block in a very specific way. And it's only 3 damage. I'm at 39. I'm fine with taking this. I'll say no blocks. Reactions? Do want to be prepared for the nastiness that might be coming. And here's that nastiness.
It's even in the picture.
Probably can expect some type of arsenal disruption or a shakedown. Both are obviously the main 2 things that they're going to be going into. In theory, he could have like a go again thing and then try to do like a 0 for 4. There's a few different options we have to take heed of. And again, Azure is all about mix-ups and keeping you off balance. Because of my hand structure, I don't mind saying no blocks in here. I'll say no blocks, move directions.
So that's why I had this is my
I will react.
I have no reactions myself. And there's the shakedown. Not that we did not see something like that coming. Thankfully, our hand's pretty isolated from shakedown. Any further actions?
I do not.
I'll take 6. And what color would that to call?
clear up here. It's more than his normal speed.
Yellow would be my guess.
That's what I was thinking. I don't think blues matter so much
He's running at your anger like
right now. But let me take.
Where's my
I
spears?
think you go safe.
And then
Going into blue. All right, you're going to see a high speed impact. You're going to see a blue T-bone, your favorite card, a red T-bone, and a red plasma purifier.
It's like the last game.
Yep, he keeps taking my T-bones. I'm just trying to T-bone his equipment away. All right. So we're gonna go to my turn. I'm gonna remove a counter tech before. I'm gonna have 2 sources floating for free. And we'll start off as we always do with the pistol shot. I guess, like I said, guys, pistol shot is always free here. If they ever block it, is telling that their hand's either bad or it's bad. Because Red Live Zuri, unlike Blue Zuri, can actually use a full hand. Reactions, I will give go again. Break the chain, put a counter back on both of these select thingies. But then, I'm going to say T-bone. Now we're going to pray that, unlike last game, we don't hit a reinforced line. All right, we have go again. All right. Unfortunately, I would have liked to combo with 2 T-bones here, but I think this is likely to take a card or at least 3. I'm happy with both results, to be honest.
They can run.
We will declare no blocks.
All right, we'll take 3. I'm going to break the chain by playing this card that you know about. No, the unfortunate thing about these problems for first guys is they do absolutely nothing until you have the second one out. So this card is pretty mid right now. That's okay. That is a-okay. I will pass to you.
Sick.
My favorite. I go again. I definitely don't hate go again with a passion. I kind of want to soak some damage here. At the same time, I don't like blocking this because again, there's always going to be an acid sacker. That's why Gogen's super scary in UZURI, because if you commit cards to blocking that, then something behind it could be worse. I'll say no block. Reactions.
We'll go with infect.
Okay, so this we don't care to give some cards to because we can probably know what's happening here. I'll commit a 3 block. Any reactions? Have an UZURI. So this is where I have to wonder if it's Arsenal Disruption. If it's Arsenal Disruption, it can be really bad, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared of, so I will sink below, but not sink a card. I will not sink a card though.
No, I get it. I'm just saying that.
Alright. So we got lucky there, he didn't have something like a shred. I'll say he got a direct out of us, and it was a little bit of inefficient on our end, but we kind of have to do that kind of thing sometimes, so. Alright, so it's our turn. My technical core will, sure, I'll get 2. So then, we'll start off, and we'll pray. Actually, will we pray? We may not pray, actually. We'll put a counter on our plasma purifier. Start off with a pistol shot. Actually, sorry, I meant to do this first, sorry. Come in for 3. This is where if he does have a 2 block, it can be kind of nice for us, but realistically, the plasma purifier is pretty much just a dead card. It doesn't really accomplish much. Reactions get Gogen. We'll break the chain. 3, yeah. We'll put a counter on our pistol. Put a counter on these. We have 1 floating. And we'll pitch a red, which I don't like pitching reds, but sometimes you just have to. And we'll play our other plasma purifier. So now plasma purifier is actually online, and that's actually pretty good. The issue is I pitched a red, which again I don't want reds in the deck, but here we are. It is your turn. It's another Easter. Hated it just like I hated the last one. Yet again, don't have an amazing block here. I will have to say no block interactions. Going on 20, I hate E-Strike with a passion. Isolate, hate that card too.
Bro, I swear, every time I play him, bro, it takes him so long to get his 2 cost 3 cost command.
I will block 3. Move to reaction. UZURI is good. Death Touch is not good. So currently taking 3 off of this, probably getting a frailty token. Which, I mean, because the purifiers isn't horrible, but still 3 damage I'm not a fan of taking, but I mean, there's nothing we can really do about it. So we'll take 3. And what disease would you like to give me? That makes sense to me.
It's hard because I'm thinking Blood Rock is maybe since you have these 2, gotta race you down. However, you gotta stick with trying to stop you.
Well, I mean, if you remember our last game that we played, I was willing to
go all the way down.
Yeah, so
You just need there.
I don't, and with now with 2 purifiers, I do agree with the frailty because if I can start chunking you, it's pretty good for me. I thankfully do have a good workaround hand. We'll put a counter on our purifier, then with 2 floating. I am actually just going to play another induction chamber. So we pretty much have Auxiliary online. The 3rd induction chamber is kind of just luxury. So I'll move in. Alright. This is where our deck turns on. But you're getting it pretty early. It's pretty good. Obviously, I would rather not be at 17 when getting it online. But here we are. My life sucks, but it's all good.
him there.
Spice
He gives
by
them
one.
+2 defense.
Speed raise by 1, you said.
Or I'm sorry, +2, defense.
I will say
They're
no
basically
blocks or actions. I will take 1.
Then I will play the red backstab.
That is a red backstab. Coming in for 3, no D-Rex.
Stealth.
So this is going to be a little bit funky what you guys are going to see. But there's only a few things that actually hurt me.
One or more models.
And because of my hand structure, I'm actually going to give you 6.
So that's +2 armor there.
Well, this one blocks for 2.
That's called water.
True.
And battle.
So I'm giving you 5. Actually, hold on. I did forget about the surprise bite. Let me think here, actually.
One or more models in this unit are damaged.
Maybe I give you equipment and a card.
Usually, everyone else.
I mean, that's actually that's a super inefficient block, actually. Maybe I just bite the bullet and block like this, as much as I don't want to. But I really want to get this max V out of my deck.
Strength and armor in addition to their +2 armor already.
That's interesting. Yeah, I think I'm willing to get blown out a little bit. I kind of just want the max V out of my deck.
The upkeep spell.
And hopefully it's just not 6 that's really bad for me. So I'm going to block 5.
I reacted to Zuri.
Yep, as long as it's not shakedown. CNC sucks, but that is okay. You're going to get a good hit, though.
Hey.
So they all have +2.
You're going to get a movable.
Alright.
It was a risk I was willing to take, but that is Spire's Bite for you. But I think what we're going to do in our turn is, I think it's going to be alright. As long as the top of our deck is kind to us.
Hey.
Good?
Yep.
I'm going to play Hogtane.
Nice.
I'm going to have 2 floating.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right there. Alright, obviously we're praging for a blue. Alright. So we can actually do some cool here.
I'd like to get a fine point.
Let's see. Is it worth it though? I don't think it's not worth it. So what we're gonna do is we'll put a counter in our chamber. I'm just gonna go like this. Put a counter in our chamber. I'm gonna use both of these purifiers. And I'm gonna shoot for 4. Now our deck's online, now we're gonna start chunking.
We'll go ahead and block 4.
Good. Getting equipment out's pretty good when we are a T-bone deck. Now I just gotta wait for them to use that Snapdragon Scalers and we're okay. Mood reactions. I will give Gogan. Damage. No damage. Cool. I will break the chain, put a counter on pistol.
And is the card in hand?
This is hand. It was drawn off a high octane.
It's called Raisin Canes, not Lord, man. I get
We will not block.
Reactions, I will give it Gogan.
Take 4.
And then we'll put a counter on our pistol, put a counter on our chamber, and we'll shoot for 4 again.
No blocks.
No reactions. Alright, pretty positive turn cycle for us. This is where, if we're able to actually send back damage, we can win. Obviously, we're kind of raging for a lot of blues. We did lose an unmovable, which is a very important part in this matchup. So, gotta be mindful of that specifically.
So we'll say hurl.
That makes sense to me. This, I don't mind committing a block to, because seeing how he's played some of his patterns, I don't think what he's going to send back next is going to be that bad. That's just exactly something like Isolate. 12 block 3. That makes sense to me. So I'll take 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
And then we will go with
So where the mix-ups are coming.
Spider's Bites.
This is, you have 1 floating?
I do.
So he can't death touch me, which is pretty good. Trying to think of 1 call. So he does have Tunic at 2 or 3, sorry. So there's a large chance that this could be a 2 for 6. So with that in mind, there's actually a world where I could block up equipment even though it has piercing. Just to like keep cards. It's not worse, but at the same time I would like to get max value out of my equipment. So I'm actually going to come in a block here.
And
Ah, very good. That's pretty good. T-Bone's coming back. Obviously, he picks first, but I mean, there's exactly one target I would get ever. Just T-Bone. That's tilting. I will discard here. So he's probably forced me to crown here. Yeah, he's kind of forced me to crown, but I don't really hate crown the situation. Crown effect. Because obviously he's not going to get rid of that Snapdragon Scalers, especially when he doesn't have a T-Bone. And it does pay off a lot, so we'll take 4.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright.
And trust me, guys, I know you guys have seen these live totals. It was worse last game. It was like 29 to like 5. And I was able to call back and win, so do not be alarmed about this. Alright. I am simply just going to put counters on my items. And I'm going to pass turn.
Makes sense.
Got rid of a red, was able to draw blue off that crown. Pretty good. Arsenal pass.
Play hurdle.
Alright. I don't really want to be taking a lot of random damage at this point, so I actually will commit a block here.
We'll play Infect for 3.
Infect for 3. I'll come in a block here.
Well, here we go again.
All right, T-Bone's back in business, baby. And there's the Spider Spot.
Then what you say? I don't know what it is.
Back.
I don't know when it came out.
I'm gonna burn off that throat. I will burn it off.
I'll say no blocks. Reactions? I'll take 1.
Then we will backstab.
Well, isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely, Mr. Garrison? I mean, I'm at 7. I really don't want to no block this, but it's like there's just kind of too much I would have to play around, and it's like I won't be able to dance around whatever he has. If he has what I think he has.
I love that card. Yeah.
There's a world where I could try to just hope I could block a heart and it gets enough value, which I think I'll try here. I'll block for 2 when you're backstab.
I will flick Nurse Scalpel.
Flick and Nurse Scalpel away. Sure, I'll take 1.
Okay. And then I will react to the Zuri.
Zuri's good.
Already dead.
Okay. So we do have a little bit of play around of this, but it's not great. It's not great at all. He is nerfing this D-React a little bit. But what happened? I will sink below. Maybe just draw another sink below.
Now leaking 1.
I have no further reactions. Currently taking what, 1?
1. And then I'll banish the Foundry Yard. And then the top card of your deck, I get a silver.
Lose 0 to 60.
That could be better, bro.
So I have 1 silver.
All right, not a horrible turn talk, but not a great one either. Gonna be honest.
Look, I'm over here playing fair.
So we'll pitch a card that he knows that he did make awkward for us because of the mono red hand that we had. I'll pitch this unmovable. And I'll put a counter on. Do we have another dice? I guess we do.
Yep.
I'll put it on our purifier. And I'm actually just going to pistol you for 2. No purifiers. This is pretty much see if we can buy a card out of them for 3. He leaks 2, leaks 2. Okay, we bought a card out of them. And it's all good with me. Like I said, guys, our match before this, off camera, which wasn't supposed to be, was worse than this. And yeah, so I'm actually not worried whatsoever. And I didn't even get chamber purifiers out on that one. So, all right. All right. Oh, is that right? Is that right? Okay. I will block here for 3 reactions.
No reactions.
I will reinforce the line, targeting zipper hit. Oh, you're actually streaming this time. Breaking the 4th wall. Let's get it. Currently blocking 7.
That is good.
Good? Did we do it?
That's party.
All right, we did it. So now the engine's online, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We do have to. We do need a little bit of stuff to go right, but I think we're cool with that. So what we're going to start off with is we'll pitch a blue. I will put a counter on our pistol, and I'm going to activate both my purifiers. I'm going to shoot you for 4.
Who's doing that? That dude. We're probably not gonna have time to play an actual demo game.
Oh yeah, he played against me like twice. Yeah.
Okay.
Deviations. Okay. You wanna roll?
You say no lies.
Reactions, I will give it a go again. I'm going to put a counter on my pistol and shoot pistol for 4.
4.
We will go black.
Reaction, I will give it a go again. I'm going to T-bone. Boost. I'd like one of your equipment, please.
14. Okay.
And you're blocking for 3? Okay.
Shield wall is 17.
I'll break the chain, put a counter on the pistol, and I'll shoot pistol for 4.
This guy. So we're doing it. 6 plus half.
Blood's potting something devious over there. Got his hand on his head.
11, right? So loud noise. Bing. Well, how many is that consuming spell plus your deep natural armor?
Okay, this guy here.
What corner?
I think the Weaver is the number guy. Everything we play.
No lie.
I have no reaction. Take 4.
You got it.
I'm gonna break Kill Accelerator because I boosted this round. I'm gonna actually play it.
Yeah.
I'll put a counter on pistol, put a counter on a chamber. I'll shoot pistol for 4.
I think I get this.
And as you guys can see, he had the big life lead, and it's quickly been erased.
So
So.
what I'm saying is you
Yep,
still
take 1.
move, but like, yeah.
And look at that, guys. It's now 5-9. So, like I told you guys, do not be worried about this life lead. We will take care of it eventually. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie, we're still in the back foot. It's not like we're now super ahead. It's just the disgusting lead that you've seen before is just not there anymore.
Now it's for me to find the win.
Correct, because if I keep like 2 blues, I'm sending 12.
No, but from what I can see of you, I can't see your
So we'll go
entire
ahead and
body.
tunic.
So I got that tunic. You didn't want to get the flick knives? That's powerful.
Yeah.
That is very powerful. So now in this situation, we actually do have a few options. I hate
Well, but you gotta
that
think
part.
about.
I think it might still just be T-bone, but without Achilles accelerators, actually attacking is a little bit more risky because there's still a good amount of D-Rex in the deck. But at the end of the day, it is a 0+ attack.
Red back stab as well.
Wings can't.
Alright, and we will discard a high speed
So you can't buy
attack.
any more extra, yes. So.
Royalty's pretty good.
Dead touch.
I'll say no blocks, no directions.
So
I will movable for 7.
Shred for -4.
That makes sense to me.
Going over for 3 now.
Yep. I'll take 3. 1, 2, 3. And what disease would you like to give me?
Okay, so what's your RAT?
Alright.
And then I'll ponder.
Alright.
6.
And all you.
Okay.
Okay.
2d6 and add 6. What's the number, sir?
We will start off with a T-bone. Boost.
Dead cannonball.
Depression.
Okay.
Alright.
Tunic is out of here.
How many focuses? Yeah. I read that.
Alright, and then no for the bonus.
I've never actually take 2.
Just remember, you can.
Alright, I like to move instead.
You can use focus to.
I'll trigger Frailty Destroy, then Blood Rock Plus to destroy.
One for each.
So Frailty will be destroyed,
Yep.
and now Blood Rock's on the stack. I'll show you the chills.
Since you went with 6.
Hey, good game.
Oh, don't be a blown top my deck, please. Okay, it was 2. Oh, don't be a blown top my deck, please. Okay, it was 2. Oh, okay, I wasn't playing for. Oh, dear. Oh, dear God. Well, all right.
The next turn was going to be really weird too, though, because pitch the red backstab, right? First, then
Yeah, I was saying that.
pitch red
You can see me, even
backstab,
back
10
in the
touch.
red.
Yeah.
I was trying to determine.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. But I think the turn that actually really did you good was
I mean, this is just
the
dressing,
turn
so-
where I no blocks. You switched in CNC.
Which
Yeah.
one's in the-
I had a direct in hand, direct in arsenal,
Yep.
and I didn't have an efficient block.
Yep,
Oh no, it was a trying block 5.
yep.
And it was CNC, and you took out my unmovable. That was, because I mean, that's unmovable, right? I mean, that's just value. I think it's value out of my adaptive plating, but the thing the reason why I didn't use my adaptive plating was because to really get to close out the game, I needed to send 12.
Yeah.
So I needed to chip
Yep.
every time I shot. So getting rid of one wasn't great, and plus realistically, I felt pretty safe. Just the unfortunate part that obviously you end up having this.
Yeah.
But like in theory, if I had a blue, I still felt very, very safe.
Yep.
And yeah,
Yeah,
that's
all it does is like this in the end, it's like, okay, if you catch them off guard, but then it's disruption. Just like stop the engine for a minute so that I can find my kill, you know? Yeah.
yeah. So kind of just going back
And you already had a frailty, so it was 1 card blocks for your pistol.
correct.
So it's like, okay, I have a chance to block what I need to block. Give you a blood rot so that minus is a blue out of your hand if you have it. And so then I can come back with something, you know, at a low life total. So
Yeah. So overall, at least from my perspective on the UZURI deck,
yeah,
I liked how it flowed. I think the very positive thing that you were able to do was send multiple attacks. There was one turn where you sent 4 attacks, and the one weakness of a defensive deck like this is to send multiple cards, especially at really inefficient breakpoints. Like sending something for 2, then 4, and like it's like I can never really efficiently block and get the maximum value of all of my cards, and that's the way extracted. And then like, even though obviously I think your daggers are just worse Kadachis, in matchups like this, where when I intend to block, they're better.
Yep.
And if I'm not putting a lot of pressure on you, you're actually able to send them.
Yep.
And if I block them, you're like, awesome. That's just one less card for you to block my other stuff. Especially since you're saying a go again afterward. Then the attack, me blocking the dagger is really poor.
Yeah.
But if I don't block the dagger and I don't have non-attack extra man, which is not a lot.
Yep.
Now I just have a way harder block, or I can't block at all. And it's just a lot of scenarios that involve you having big hands are good for me. But obviously, you guys did see the power of having the items out. Like he had almost 24 life. I mean, that's where the game was. So
it's it's honestly the daggers. All they do is destroy value.
Yes.
And so they cost you a lot, but on the right occasions, especially against a deck like this where 7-point madness, it's they become powerful if you draw the right hands for them. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right. Well, guys, thank you guys for watching the pilot episode. Still don't know the name of the series. We'll figure out. There'll be a title, and you guys will see the name of the title. Whatever title I decide, it'll be on there. But like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. If you guys want to see specific matchups or specific deck ideas, drop them in the comment section. We're down to kind of like test any theory, except Riptide. Riptide's bad. Don't play Riptide. Besides that.
And Prism.
And Prism. Hey, hold on. We don't know.
They got the weapon.
But that'll be the episode, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Thank you.